My pick is Streets of Rage soundtrack. I just felt like it was a bit criminal to not mention this in this year because it's just so influential in future music creations, and it's just such a introduction to even a genre of music to someone as young as myself. I'd be 11, 12 at the time. I like beat 'em up games, which is what it is, but the Streets of Rage series, as well as known for being good computer games, they're more commonly actually known for the soundtrack. A joke is basically it's a soundtrack with a game attached. And the guy who came up with the soundtrack is known as a bit of a genius composer called Yuro Koshiro. He even created his own programming language just so that he could program certain musical elements to the Mega Drive, the Sega Mega Drive, which this was on. The guy himself, he learned to play the piano at 3 years old, so bit of a genius. There's a lot of house and funk and trance and all sorts of things in the game, which was not very typical at the time. And as mentioned in the first song that we mentioned, Sadness Part 1, this samples that song in one of the stages, but it also samples Soul to Soul. It might even be the same song that Enigma samples. It's probably a different one, but and it's just great. There's a YouTube video, if you want to go watch it, where it's basically like a DJ set in a nightclub just with his songs and the other guy that he did stuff with in the second game, but he basically did all the music for this one. Maybe I'll link that in the links. But yeah, I felt like I wanted to introduce this category because I felt like I couldn't ignore that because it's, if anything, that got me into that sort of music because, like I mentioned in the last episode, my sisters like that, and you tend to not like what your sisters like. So anyway, so that's Streets of Rage soundtrack, also available on YouTube if you search it.
Lovely.